Hi everyone, we're Team 21st Century Ed. I'm Sengmin. I worked on authentication and AI, Cole, who handled the database and backend, Kevin, our main front-end developer, and Aiden, who worked on DevOps and front-end. Together, we built the fully integrated web application. Before we dive in, here's some brief context to understand our project. We're sponsored by 21st Century Ed, an educational consulting company focused on improving STEM education around the world. They partner with schools and districts to evaluate, plan, and strengthen STEM integration. One of their core services is the STEM Integration Continuum program, where they survey teachers and administrators, review school documents, and produce STEM improvement reports. Their current workflow is very fragmented. They rely on paper surveys, Google Drive, Excel's, Jotform, and various AI tools, with a lot of manual data handling by only a few people. This creates bottlenecks and makes it difficult to scale. Our goal was to centralize and automate this entire process into a single web application, a place where surveys, files, analysis, AIs, and reports all live together. The system we created supports three user groups: admins who oversee employees and manage projects, employees who create surveys and generate reports. And for clients, there are two types of clients. First is school administrators. They distribute surveys and upload documents. Second is participants, including teachers and community members who complete surveys or upload files. Lastly, our platform uses a closed invite system. Only users invited by 21st Century Ad can create accounts, ensuring that only verified users gain access. Now I'll hand it off to the Cole. He'll show more about the system works in action.
Thanks, Sam. So I'm here on the client side of our application on our main dashboard. Here we can see the different projects that we're involved with, and if I click on one of these projects, it'll take us to our project dashboard. Now for this project, we're actually the primary contact, so we can go in and view the different people that are connected to this project, as well as send invites to additional school staff to get them connected as well. Now, back on our project dashboard, we can see the overall score for this project, how well we're doing within 21st Century Ed system. Surveys that they've assigned for us to complete, we've done one of them already and we have a few more that we could take. Down lower, we can upload files for 21st Century Ed to use in their work, as well as see any files that they've sent for us to be able to use and look at. And we can actually view those files in our application. Here we have these automated reports that are based off of the score of our project, which will give us an idea of how well we're doing and what other things that we could be doing better. Now Kevin's going to show you some more of our application.
Thank you, Cole. I will now cover the employee side of the application. This is the main dashboard. You can see that we have our pinned projects and all the assigned projects. Now, as an admin, you have access to the admin panel and these options. Let's start with manage surveys. You have a list of unpublished and published surveys. You can preview them. So you can see clients will have access to this slideshow at the beginning. There is support for media, such as YouTube videos and images. After they're done looking at the slides, they can take this actual survey. As you can see, questions and answers both have support for media, and then they will take the survey. Now let's go back. This is how you create a survey. Let's edit this one, for example. There's no autosave data that I want to load, so I close that. We have multiple sections for these surveys to make it easier. In each of these sections, we can add questions, the answers, the weight for these answers, and we can add different media. Now, let's cover manage reports. Here, similarly, we have a list. We can preview these reports and change what is the content that the client would see based on the score they got. So we can simulate the score and see what they would see based on their score. Now, this is how you create one of those. Similarly to the surveys, you have the headers and the contents, but you specify if this content is going to show for a specific score or not. Now, let's move on to what an actual project looks like. Go here. Let's click on this project. And you can see some information such as the name, the status of the project, its description, the integration level of the project or the score, the surveys that are assigned to this client, the reports that we also looked at. And for these surveys, we click on the results. You can see there's filters, all the entries, multiple questions, what they mean, the answers are color coded, and you can also look at different graphs, download the results, and much more. We can assign employees to work on this project. We can make some documents public or private so the clients can see them. We can look at all the clients, at all the files that the clients have uploaded. There's a small project chat at the bottom right to give communication for this project between employees. And here is the notebooks, which are the AI-powered report generators. We click on edit, it will take us to the screen where we can give the AI some context, and then we can ask it things like this. Please talk a little more in depth about each section. So what it's going to do is it's going to take what we have written on the report, and based on these files on the left, it's going to think a little bit and make the report better based on the prompt. So let's wait. And as you can see, the text has changed and it has made the report better. This is a text editor, so we can do things like bold, cursive, underline, and so on and so on. Now, I'll pass it to Aiden so he can talk more about the project. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. My name is Aiden, and I'm going to be walking through the system architecture for a little bit. So our main system runs on Next.js, which is a full stack TypeScript and React framework. We have that system running on Google Cloud, which we also use for S3 bucket storage and Google Gemini. Apart from this, our database and our authentication are both managed in a service called Supabase, which provides APIs for both of those. And we also use SendGrid to send out emails for things like reminders and password resets. Our GitLab hosts our code, but has CI/CD set up, so it'll automatically build our code to ensure it's correct, and it will also automatically deploy it when pushed to the main branch. We're going to switch to some statistics real quick. We close about 346 issues, and we committed 939 times over the better part of a year, I believe about 9 months. So we've been quite busy with this project. We've done quite extensive user studies, both with our client and with people that we've found ourselves, so friends, family, etc. And we've gotten a lot of great feedback, organized it, and put it into our program. So overall, I'm very happy with the way this turns out. I think we have a very robust architecture, and I'm excited to see this go on for years to come. Now I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Cole, who's going to do our conclusion.
Thanks, Aiden. Now, I know I speak for the rest of my team when I say that we couldn't have asked for better teammates. We were able to work together really well, creating an awesome product and taking the best parts of our different ideas to build a stronger application than any of us could have made on our own. As a sponsored project, it was incredible to work with 21st Century Ed, collaborating with them to bring their vision to life. Working with them gave us a true developer experience with a client where we were able to show them our progress and make changes based off of their comments and wishes. In this extended project, over the course of the last 9 months, we have been able to create, iterate, and refine all of the components of our application, allowing us to better fine-tune, polish, and expand on our functionality. We were also able to create extra stretch features that were not a part of the original design, enhancing the project's capabilities and providing even more value to 21st Century Ed for their real-world use. And of course, we wanted to thank Professor Bean and the rest of the course staff for supporting us and pushing us to create the best possible product. We wanted to thank you all for watching and taking an interest in our project. Have a great day.